Labor exploitation is a widespread issue in Coahuila, affecting a wide range of workers in various industries. It is unfortunate that these practices are often tolerated and rarely criminalized. This is largely due to people's lack of knowledge and information about their labor rights, which leaves them vulnerable and easily exploited. It is important to note that labor exploitation includes not only situations in which workers are forced to work long hours without being paid fairly, but also includes sexual harassment in the workplace, discrimination, and a lack of safe and secure working conditions. All these forms of exploitation are unacceptable and must be condemned and combated by society as a whole.
Hello, my name is Ariel Entiveros Ortega. We consider that the way that this project will solve the problematic that is workers' exploitation is that the root cause of the problem is the lack of information. If people do not know what they possess, what rights do they have, then they will not be able to complain where those rights exist, where those rights don't exist. A lot of the people that come from exploited environments are people who are generally from poor environments. They're a lot of times immigrants, so they will have slightly better conditions than what they used to have, but those conditions are nowhere near as something that we could call humane. And that is why, by giving an application that is perfectly simple to understand to the majority of the people, this will make it so that people are conscious of what they can have, and they will also have a place to go in the case that those rights are violated. This is something very important because what we are looking for is systemic change. And although systemic change may seem like something that is very hard to achieve, once that a lot of people is informed over a subject, those people will unite and will eventually have a power that is bigger than, let's say, a corporation that is oppressing them, or any institution that is perpetuating this cycle of exploitation, as this cycle generally sustains itself from the ignorance of the workers. If we eliminate that issue, then the problem will, to some extent, be solved. We do not consider that this will solve the entirety of the problem, but we do think that this is a relatively simple solution to make a very important change. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Guillermo here, and I'm going to be explaining the business analysis of Mis derechos laborales. Here we have a graph made by the Statista, which explains the major labor abuses in Mexico in 2019. As we can see, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, and psychological abuse are among the three top of the major labor abuses in the Mexican labor sector. Of course, this can vary or depend depending on the sector we're talking about. For example, in the manufacturing sector, it's well known that sexual and physical abuse is more prominent than in contrary to administration sectors, which teasing between partners or doubting about the capacities of the co-workers might be a more prominent form of abuse. Well, this makes us this might add to the Mis laborales case, but it's not really the focus here. As we can see here, the violence ratio can vary depending if the workers or the citizens are informed about their labor rights. Here we have an analysis made by the LAA, which is an organization specialized in realizing analysis of this kind, respecting labor abuse. And we can see that informed citizens have a less percentage of labor abuse is reported, and uninformed citizens have a higher rate. This may be explained by the fact that knowledge can be contagious. If one coworker starts to explain to other coworkers about their labor rights, it can act such as herd immunity with the herd immunity with contagious diseases. One or more co-workers start to explain to everybody, and it's not necessary that everyone knows about the labor rights, but as much as the majority of them are aware of it, it can make a safe environment for everyone else. In contrary to uninformed citizens, which because they are not aware of, very little people are aware of their labor rights, and they are not willing or they are not capable of calling for action or standing up about their rights. And in the herd immunity, which I'm calling it this way because it's a great way of putting it, it's not acting in the correct manner. Um, of course, this is not going to end labor abuse at all, because knowing about your rights may provide with some assistance, but it's not the final solution. But the point of mis derechos laborales is not to fix completely 100% labor abuse problem here in Mexico, but to provide with an assistance to people by informing people about their rights, by providing them with a way of calling or to make a denunce, to call for help. We are providing with help. We are providing with assistance. We are providing with a tool that people can use to help their case. Well, this was all for the business analysis. My name is Guillermo Hearn and Guillermo Boniger, and lots of thanks.
Hi, my name is Abner Salgado, and today I'm here to talk to you about the prototype of our webpage. Its name is um, Your Labor Rights, and it is divided into 4 parts. The first one is called, the first one is the homepage, where you can find what are labor rights, and you can find about information about us, the people who made it, which is Ariel Ontiveros, Guillermo Boringer, and Carolina Gomez. And then there's another section called your labor rights, and in that one you can find, well, some examples of labor rights. You can find 4 examples, and as we continue to improve it, there will be more labor rights art. And then there's also the part of where you can learn how to make a complaint. There you can get many information on how to do it. And the last part, the last section is our contact, where it is where you can find us.